Well, hello, happy Friday to everybody. Hope you've had a great week. And I believe today is the first day of fall, or was it yesterday? One of the days. So happy fall to everyone. Hopefully we'll start feeling some cooler temperatures, and that always is great football weather. So hopefully you will enjoy your first weekend of the fall. Just like to share a few things with all of us. We'd like to first commend all of our high schools for making history as it relates to our grad rate. Our 2018 four-year graduation cohort had a 71.7% grad rate. That's the first time we've gone above 70 as a school system. So while we've got some ways to go, just a few points to close the gap with the state, we're very pleased that all of our schools are now, all of our comprehensive high schools are above 70%. Yes, all are above 70%. Our alternative school is in the 30s, I believe 34%, but we understand the challenges that exist at the alternative high school. So we're very pleased that all of our comprehensive high schools are above 70%. And you should know, out of the 11 comprehensive high schools, 7 of them are 80% and higher. 7 of our 11 schools are 80% and higher, and 2 of those schools clearly are at 100%. But I want to just recognize the growth that has occurred from 2017 to 2018 relative to grad rates. Clearly, Stillwell and Elite Scholars are at 100%. Stillwell gained 0.8 of a point, so we're very pleased. Congratulations, Stillwell. Elite Scholars, keep up the great work. You're at 100% again, and so I would expect the class of 2019 to also have 100% graduation rate. Lovejoy High School, we're so pleased that they had the highest increase of 14.64 points. They are now at 83.24% in their grad rate. We are so pleased, very proud of the work that Mr. Render, the principal, is doing over there with the administrative team, the counselors, and all the teachers. So keep up the great work. We're very pleased. Mount Zion High School went to 83.20. They went up 11.60 points. Mr. Blocker, one dream, one team, right? I believe that's it. One dream, one team. Great job over there at Mount Zion. We're so pleased with the increases that you all have earned. Our students clearly at Mount Zion are understanding the importance of coming to school, doing well and graduating, being college and career ready. And so congratulations to all of you at Mount Zion High School. We're so pleased to share that Mundy's Mill High School had an increase of 9.6 points. They're now at 81.50. Oh, isn't that wonderful? Now we know that we've got Mr. Townsend over there as a new principal, and we want to acknowledge Mr. Green, Dr. Green's effort, who is now at Jackson Elementary, for his leadership over the last few years at Mundy's Mill High School, resulting in that increase in grad rate at Mundy's Mill High School. So congratulations, Mundy's Mill High School. We're very proud of you. And then, of course, I think it's just an awesome school as well. Riverdale High School, Miss Jamila Brown, I just think you are doing a phenomenal job over there at Riverdale. You are at 80.66, an increase of 0.76 of a point. I just want to say congratulations. We're very proud of you, and we know that the students at Riverdale are doing what it takes to do well in high school and become college and career ready and exercise their post-secondary options. Our next school is Morrow High School. They're at 80.56. They went up 6.96 points. Congratulations, Dr. Pitts and the faculty and staff, counselors and all over there at Morrow High School. We're very proud of you. Keep up the good work. Keep up the good work. Jonesboro High School is next at 76.90%. Went up 1/10 of a point. Very proud of you, Miss Brown, and our staff, faculty and staff, counselors and all at Jonesboro High School. And then, of course, we want to acknowledge the great work that Dr. Horton is doing over there at North Clayton High School. They increased 7.06 to earn a grad rate of 71.36%. Awesome work. We're very proud, clearly moving in the right direction. And then Drew High School, under the leadership right now of Miss Trice, but previously under Mr. Townsend's leadership, they're at 70.34, an increase of 8.14 points. So very proud of Drew High School. Keep up the great work. And then Forest Park High School, under the leadership of Mr. Derek Manning. Mr. Manning, we're very proud of you and the faculty and staff. An increase of 7.04 points to be now 70.24. As you can see, all of our comprehensive high schools are above 70%. That is a big deal for the metro Atlanta area in the state of Georgia. I can assure you that is not the case in many of our neighboring districts. But we're very proud. I don't mean to brag, but I have to brag that our high schools, we are clearly committed to high performance. And of course, I want to say this about Perry Academy, our alternative high school. They're at 34.69, but you all know I had to do this. I went and Googled the grad rate of other alternative high schools in the metro Atlanta area, and guess who has the highest that I've seen so far? That would be Perry Academy. And so we know that Dr. Young and his faculty and staff and counselors over there are graduating our young people who are dealing with sometimes very extraordinary situations. And so, Dr. Young, we're very proud of you. Keep up the great work, and let's encourage our young people to stay in school, even through difficult moments in life, difficult circumstances, and earn that high school diploma so they'll have other post-secondary options open to them. And so, again, we're very pleased that our grad rate is above 70, clearly at 71 point, I can't remember, 71.7. And we're very pleased that all of our comprehensive high schools are above 70, with 7 out of the 11 clearly above 80. So again, keep up the great work. We know we've got work to do. I had someone to say, oh, you always talk about positive things on your Twitter. That makes you suspect. I told them, listen, I leave other opportunities to talk about negative things. We got enough negativity when it comes to our children that we've got to counteract. It's time to lift up our community, lift up our school system. Let's talk about the great things we're doing. We know we deal with all the drama, if you will. We deal with all of that, and that's okay. But we're not going to get stuck over that. We're going to celebrate our successes. We're going to lift up our students, lift up our teachers, lift up our principals, and commend you for the good work that you're doing. And I know you're working on the challenges because the data shows that you're working on the challenges. So keep up the great work. We want to say congratulations to elite scholars in Arnold Elementary. You say, for what? Because they are now going to implement, they've been accepted into the cohort of Cambridge Assessment International Education schools. So they are part of the Cambridge cohort. They will be working to implement the Cambridge program. Arnold Elementary will become the only elementary level Cambridge school statewide. And then, of course, Elite Scholars is going to do Cambridge from 6 to 12. And so middle school to high school, they will have that experience. We're excited. You know, the Cambridge diploma is a globally recognized diploma, just like the IB, the International Baccalaureate. It's a globally recognized diploma. And honestly, a student who has that diploma will probably get accepted into any school he or she wants to get accepted into. And so we're very excited about that. So congratulations, Elite Scholars, Arnold Elementary School. We're very proud of your decision to become Cambridge schools and to offer your students, our students, the Cambridge opportunity, the Cambridge experience, ensuring that our students are globally competitive and prepared for global education. We'd like to remind everyone that the Peach State Opera Company will present La Boheme at the Performing Arts Center, and I hope I said that correctly, on Sunday, September 23rd at 3 p.m. Students from Stillwell School of the Arts will be performing, and we look forward to seeing our students on stage. I will be there, of course. I enjoy the arts, and I love the productions, and so I'm excited to come and see our students perform with the Peach State Opera Company on this Sunday, September 23rd at 3 p.m. I'd like to say thank you to everyone who's been attending and participating in through the live streaming through your devices, the critical conversation meetings. We had one held this past week at the South Clayton Recreational Center in Hampton. We invite all to continue to participate. The next one will be held October 16th from 6 to 8 p.m. at the Forest Park Community Center in Forest Park. Don't forget the schedule of critical conversation, superintendent advisories. It's on the website. If you would go to the website and look at the links on the left side of the web page, you will see critical conversations. Hit that link and it will take you to the schedule. We encourage you, and if you can't make the meetings, they are live streamed. The public meetings are live streamed, so you can participate with your device if you have one, or you can go a day or so later and look at the videos of all of the superintendent advisories and critical conversations. We want to remind all of you to, again, hold this date on your calendar. The second annual State of the Schools address will be January 29th, 2019. Again, January 29th, 2019 at 6 p.m. at the Performing Arts Center. So hold the date. We'd like to see a full house as we share the state of our school district. And we're telling you the date early so you can place it on your calendar and make plans on being there. Clearly, I know we're working on instruction as I visit schools. I'm enjoying and really thriving off of seeing everyone really appreciate the rigor and relevance framework. I love that we're in quadrant D and we're moving to quadrant D, that the questioning is becoming more aligned with students being in quadrant D, not just the questioning of the teachers, but the questioning of the students, and that is amazing. It's just a matter of time. I shared with the principals, and I encourage you to get this information from your principals, a little modeling. If we could move all of our students who were, let's say, that are in the developing category, but they were at 500 and higher in their scale score, if we could just move those kids who were 500 and higher, we would see tremendous improvement in our proficiency rate. So I just encourage the teachers, you're doing exactly what it takes to move our kids from beginning to higher levels and developing to higher levels by working on those higher order questioning, rigor and relevance. We are moving in the right direction. Just be encouraged. It takes a little time. The type work that we're doing is very adaptive. It requires many variables to work together in order to produce higher levels of performance. So all I would say is you may have to start in quadrant A, but don't stop in quadrant A. Move to quadrant B, but don't stop in quadrant B. Move to quadrant C, but don't stop in quadrant C. Move to quadrant D and do what you can to make sure our students spend the majority of their time in quadrant D. It's just a matter of time before we see more of our students at the proficient and distinguished levels. So we're very proud of the work that we're doing instructionally. Keep up the good work. I know we're looking at the beginning of the year data, and all of us clearly in our various roles are using that data to inform our decisions and our instruction. And so we encourage you to do that in collaborative settings with your peers. Remember, it's all about a strategy. What's the strategy? So work on ensuring that you have a strategy. We'd like to remind everyone about SPLOS. As you well know, we're clearly in SPLOS 5. It sunsets in December of 2019. And on March 19th of next year, we go to vote for the next SPLOS or the renewal of SPLOS. Again, March 19th, 2019. The polls will be open for us to vote whether or not we want to renew the SPLOS. Just so you'll know, as an employees, we cannot, in our official employee capacity, we cannot tell people how to vote. But we can tell people that the projects that are planned, such as a new elementary STEM school in the Lovejoy area, a new middle school STEM school, Forest Park Middle, a new STEM high school, Morrow High School, the completion of Jonesboro High School, a new technology initiative and one-to-one giving every student a Chromebook in grades 3 through 12 over the next 3 years. The purchase of new school buses so we can keep our school bus fleet rather current. All of those things will not happen if the referendum fails. So clearly I can't tell you how to vote, but I will tell our community that on March 19th the opportunity will be offered for you to vote, to decide, if you want to continue with the 1 penny on every dollar. So again, March 19th, 2019, and we'll be sending out information about SPLOS within the next few days. And lastly, or at least the last two things, Munis, our Munis update is going very well. Reminder that we will be moving to semi-monthly pay starting January of 2019. So all employees, please plan and prepare for the transition. Don't forget what we all have to do. Make sure you get those bills set up so that you can pay what you need to pay each pay period. So that's just the work we're encouraging everyone to do on the front end. And lastly, we want to say we're excited to host our student advisory. This will be our first one for the year on September 26th at 10 a.m. at the PAC. And so we appreciate all of our principals and those designated to bring the students. We're excited to be meeting with our students again. They always offer such lively, honest insight into what's happening in our schools. And then, of course, parents and teachers, we have a combined parent-teacher advisory on the same day, September 26th, that's next Wednesday, at 3:30 p.m. at the PAC. So we invite you all to come as well. We realize that our secondary teachers may be a little late because you're getting out a little late, and we will work on offering an advisory at a later time as well, being respectful of your schedules. But we will be there, and if you're inclined to come after a long day, and we know it's a long day, we encourage you to come, and we'd love to have you. But that's all I have for today. I want to say thank you for all that you're doing. Thank you for acknowledging the challenges, but working as a team, implementing a strategy or a set of strategies to address the challenges, and clearly moving our district in the right direction. The attendance data is improving, our discipline data is improving, our morale is improving, our test scores are improving, our reading performance is improving. Yeah, we have challenges. Yes, we do. But we're working on them, and that's what matters. Our grad rate is not at 100%, but guess what? It's improving. And so as we continue to build that coherence and continue as a team to implement our strategy, we'll continue to see more and more improvements. That's what high performance is all about. It doesn't mean that it's perfect, but it means that we're working coherently. We have a good strategy or set of great strategies. We're working as a team to implement those strategies, and our data is telling us, our formative and summative data, they're telling us that we are seeing improvement. So again, thanks for all your effort. Enjoy your first weekend of the fall, and we'll see you the next time. Take care.